I don't even know how I'm going to do this video. What I'm trying to do right now is figure out how to, like I said earlier on, I want to learn how to use this camera I don't want to wait for like, I don't know, 2 months or something to figure out how to use it, because I've saved many videos on my YouTube folder learning how to use this thing. Okay, cool. So I want to know how to get the angles right. And I feel like, you know, swapping hands if I feel I'm too tired. I've got the auto track on. Okay, cool. So this is good for the lighting. And right now I've got it on a particular setting that's called D-Log. And when I go home, I want to see how this looks when I edit it, because it strips, well, it gives you more control of the color of the lighting, apparently. I think this angle is good. I can rest it on my knee like this, relax my shoulders. You want to be calm when you're recording this thing. Them church bells are still going, son. So this is just me testing out the lighting as well and the color. I want to get really used to this camera, like dive deep into it and feel more fluid with it. Because I enjoyed the way I was using it at the British Museum. I enjoyed the way I was just moving. I said, if I had a Sony ZV-10, yeah, that thing is chunky. The camera is beautiful, by the way. It's not me pissing on the camera, it's beautiful. But when it comes to doing maneuvers in, you know, I was getting in close. I was getting some close shots of some of those items and beautiful pieces at the British Museum. So it's that freedom I'm looking for, you know? And that freedom to just kneel down or bend down or you know, go close to something without having to zoom in and just capture a particular detail and be like, yo, I love that shot, let me just go right there. And just the way your eyes capture something at a particular angle right there, you're like, don't move, get a camera out, boom. But when you got this chunky, heavy, you know, ZV-10 camera, again, I'm not knocking it. It's a weighty camera and it moves different. This is very delicate, but it's very light. And like I said, it allows fluidity because of the gimbal. So I had to save many videos on YouTube, like tutorial videos, how to do the lighting. I got to get an ND filter and get me a longer handle. And I love that you can track yourself as well as you're talking and walking. Like all this you can do with the gimbal on your Sony ZV-10. But as is, out of the box, no siree bob, because you'd have to hold it like this. Or if you have a handle, you'd have to hold it and you're putting your arm out. Even if you have a long tripod pole, it's still heavy. The thing is chunky. That's a heavy camera, man. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed shooting the British Museum video. Definitely. Especially in the packed space. Yo, that thing was packed. People were like, yo, I was like, yo, I felt like I was on auto. There are plenty of people here and you're seriously like, yeah, this is good. This is very good. I think I should definitely have come out earlier. I keep saying that. Come to the park. Well, I was indoors all day just chilling and editing as well. Went out to get some food, came back again, and I thought, okay, let me just freshen up, eat real quick and come out. As soon as I came back outside, it was like 7:44. I said, yo, bro, it's sunset time, son. I don't know what you think you're doing. I said, all right, let me come outside and do a little bitching about YouTube and Fantastic Four. Damn! Fantastic Four, I feel, will do much better than James Gunn's Superman. What? I don't even care if I'm wrong. Willingly? Yes. I don't care if the box office shows different. Yes. I'm going two ways. I feel the box office for Fantastic Four will do better than Superman on release and long term. So box office weekend and then overall run in the cinema, I feel Fantastic Four will beat Superman. And then secondly, I feel I'm gonna have a much better time in the cinema watching Fantastic Four than I am with Superman. After I saw that 5 minutes footage with Crypto, the stupid dog, I'm not in the mood to watch a full movie where there are bound to be multiple scenes with a superhero playing with a super dog. Damn, son. Or with a super dog helping the superhero trying to stop an armed robber. It's just, I'm so worried about that. And that worry was proven to me when they released that 5-minute footage where Crypto was getting Superman to the Fortress of Solitude, is that what it's called? Yeah. I just want pure action, man. I don't want this dude talking to his dog and come here, Crypto. And then Crypto is taking time, like, oh, come on, Crypto. We don't want to see that. That takes up, you know, screen time. He ain't lying. I'm not a dog fan. I'm a cat guy. I'm here for kitty cats. Damn, son. So seeing a superhero trying to convince his dog or get his dog to listen to him, I'm not here for that. I came here to watch a reboot of Superman, even though I miss Henry Cavill. I'd have preferred to carry on with Henry Cavill's run. But for whatever reason, they chose to change it. Hey, It is what it is. I can complain all I want, but it is what it is. If that's the case, give me a competent, comprehensive, enjoyable Superman experience, not him trying to train. Oh, imagine the scenes where he'd be training his dog, go fetch, catch, come, sit, stay. Then he flies, don't fly, sit down. Don't fly, sit. I'm not looking forward to that, man. Whereas Fantastic Four, I'm hearing rumors that Galactus is going to own that Earth that they're on. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what that looks like. I want to see how the Fantastic Four will deal with that challenge and will deal with the loss of a whole, I assume a whole planet, because I feel it to be the second movie in Marvel's whole run where the villain actually wins, if I'm correct. I know the first movie is Thanos, right? That's the first one. So Galactus coming to Earth, or the variant of Earth that the Fantastic Four are on, and then they do their best to come together and say, we can find a way to take this thing down, but then they lose. Like it's a sound plan, but you're going against a cosmic entity, and a very old one at that, very ancient entity. And I was really thinking to myself, it's like, there's more things to look forward to in that movie than the Superman stuff. Superman, you could argue I know what to expect, minus the cryptid. I did not, any of all the Superman ideas that I've had replay in my head, I've never thought to myself, in the near future when they do different variants of Superman, there's gonna be one where they have crypto featured in the live action. Never thought to myself that would happen. Never, ever, ever. And I never, ever wanted it. That's why I never had the thought, you know? So with Superman, I kind of know what to expect. There's bound to be some kryptonite somewhere. Lois is bound to struggle a little bit to figure out who he is, and then he's gonna hide his hero identity, he's gonna lose his parents, you know? Whereas with Batman, there are clean ways to do Batman. You can do, he's not the killing guy, you can do a really dark version where, this version of Batman, I end lives. So there's more to look forward to when it comes to Batman. With Superman, nah, not for me. Woo! Not for me at all. So with Fantastic Four, I'm like, this could go any which way. Because first of all, they're not superheroes. Originally, they're astronauts. It's not like Reed and his crew said, let's go into space and test out a few things, and then we hope to get hit by some cosmic waves so we can get turned to superheroes. They happen to become superheroes using what I imagine would have felt like a curse or an accident upon them. It's not like when a cosmic wave hits you, oh wow, this is such a cool thing. Now I can stretch. That must have hurt in the first place. Because your molecular composition has changed from what it used to be. You gotta get used to your new molecular composition. Each of you. Somebody's invisible, people can't see it, so you gotta train that. You're just about learning how to be a human being. Now you gotta learn how to be an altered human being? No. That's more compelling to me. And fair enough, they're not going to do that whole run. We're starting the movie when they've already gone through that, the growing pains, so to say. That's where we start the movie, which is cool. But it's also nice to see that for people who didn't intend, nor did they desire to become superheroes, and then this thing happened, which, an accident happened, now they've got superpowers, or they've got abilities, or they're augmented, they're changed. And it wasn't something they wanted to occur willingly. So it's a freakish, cosmic, one in a gazillion, fulfillion, ultimate, infinity, manillion, occurrences, and then voila, it hits all four of them. I imagine maybe one of them, like, maybe we shouldn't go. I got a bad feeling about this, or one said, let me stay behind, you three go. All four of them is hit. Ben Grimm would be like, y'all still look the same. I'm all stoned up.
Damn.
So you can talk about, get used to your powers. I look like this forever.
Damn.
Then having to come to terms, each of them, on their own, in their own time, one by one, and then collectively. Then maybe something happens and they feel like, we can use these augmentations to help people who are in need, who can't fight for themselves.
That boy is good.
Maybe the city's overrun with crime. Maybe police are struggling with crime. Maybe gang members are rising, or mob bosses are rising, and we can finally make a difference. We've done what we could do there in space, or we can carry on our astronaut stuff. We look different, but we're still carrying our, our space travel and whatnot. But even that, to be in that place where they go out and do something, and that action has then caused a ripple effect where it now put out like an unintentional beacon to other cosmic entities out there. And that's how Galactus's herald finds Earth. And then how do you come to terms with that? Like, it's already in the trailer where Reed was like, yo, it's my fault. The guilt, and then it's like the guilt, but how long do you want the guilt to eat you up for before you say, no, we can do something. You know, we already stopped crimes, bad guys, we've stopped mob bosses, yada, yada. Like, you know, street level crimes, we've done that. We've put out fires and we've stopped volcanoes. We've done, you know, some very cool things, or, you know, very admirable things. We've helped. But this is like an end game. If we don't stop this entity, we are all finished. And then having to leave the Earth that they're on behind to then end up in our current MCU universe. Dude, what is that going to make you feel like, all four of you? Some level of disappointment, blame, guilt, and then Sue Richards is pregnant? What if she loses the baby? Nah, there's more to look forward to in that movie than stupid crypto nonsense. I'm good. It's Superman, so it'll wait. It can wait. I'll see it eventually. But this Fantastic Four is different. They've had two Fantastic Fours, yes, but this one feels a little different. It feels like they're going to do something different with it. I didn't even know she was pregnant. She said in the most recent trailer, I'm like, oh, you are doing a pregnant Sue Richards in Fantastic Four on your reboot? Oh, you must feel you got something special. So it doesn't feel like you need to write that, but they chose to keep that element of the story. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Let's go. He said, crypto, help. Take me home. Home. Take me. Man, I would not like to have a dog like that. I don't care how young you are. If you're 2 days old, listen. And you're not even a human dog. You're a Kryptonian dog. When you see me not moving, that means danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Get me home, quick. Bouncing on me like I'm a ping pong ball. Fuck out of town with that shit. So I'm excited. I'm more excited for Fantastic Four than I am Superman.
Damn, son.
And I hope Fantastic Four actually does much better than that stupid Captain America and Thunderbolts. God damn! I hope it does, because it deserves it. And then seeing Reed Richards stretch in the recent trailer, just for a short, brief moment, but seeing him, I was like, oh, it looks sweet. It looks sweet, because that was the first thing I was looking forward to seeing in the first trailer, the teaser trailer they dropped. I was like, yo, you're showing me Sue, you're showing me Johnny Storm doing the flame on, you're showing me Ben Grimm. Where's Reed at, man? I'm not seeing that stretchy stuff work, because like I said, on paper, Reed is strong. But I want to see how inventive or creative they're going to be with his powers. Grimm, standard. That's the Hulk, but with rocks around him. So hitting stuff, like when he was running through the pillars, he didn't look like he was bothered. He's like a tank. Then we got Sue. I'm hoping there's no use my powers for 5 minutes and faint. Can't deal with those, not in this day and age. You need competent use of abilities. Flame on, him, mind over matter, as long as we get past that whole, like the Spider-Man thing, when Spider-Man was having mental blocks that affected his, web slinging in the movie, right? I don't know if they had that in the cartoon. In the cartoon, he had that, didn't he? Didn't he have that in the cartoon where he had where he turned to a human spider thing? Yeah, but blockages here and there that affect your superpowers is cool. Keep it mild, because I'm here for the story and action. And then the challenges, not challenge where I can't use my powers for 5 days or 7 weeks. No, we can't. You don't want to bore your audience. You want your audience on the same page with your characters. Let them visualize how they would use their powers. And when you show them like, yo, you think you know Reed Richards? Let me show you how we're going to do our Reed Richards. We've researched the comics. And in the comics, he uses his powers like this. That's nice. That's going to be like, yo, I thought you guys were going to do this, but you did something else, So I feel there's more to play with the Fantastic Four. Even though with Superman, you're introducing the Justice League, I'm excited for that. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited for that, because hopefully, if the movie does well, they can just kickstart. What the hell was that? They can just kickstart. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a moth. They can just kickstart the Justice League straight away. I personally am not here to sit down and watch the DC Comics MCU, Warner Brothers DC, start to do singular movies for each Warner Brothers character again. No. No, thank you very much. I'm not here for that. That's boring. We gotta watch Aquaman. We gotta watch their version of Batman. Then we got to watch their version of Wonder Woman, who they've casted. No. So the characters they've included in this new Superman movie, if you're gonna give us a jump into Justice League from there, I'm here for it. Or Justice Society, fine. Because you got Hawkgirl in there, and then she's practically immortal because she's, they age very slow. Well, in Themyscira. Is it Themyscira? Where did she come from? Can't remember where Hawkgirl comes from. But if, you're including her, then it means, all right, cool. You're keeping Hawkgirl for a while. Shaira, that's her name. And then Guy Gardner, that could be funny, but you don't want to have him like an annoying character on loop, on repeat. We can't be having that, man. We can't be having that. But anyway, that's my take on the Fantastic Four versus James Gunn's Superman. I still stand by my saying they're gonna beat his ass. Well, I hope so. And if the money that they make is not better than Superman's release, well, I don't care. As long as I enjoy the movie. As long as I enjoy the movie of Fantastic Four much more than I do Superman, I'm satisfied. That means a win is a win for me. But if it knocks it out of the park at the box office numbers, then it'll be extra sweet for me. Extra sweet. Extra sweet. I'm here for that. Because I think that 5-minute clip spoilt my excitement for Superman. I'm not here to see no crypto dog. I'm not a dog person. Maybe it might draw in a large audience of dog lovers. Maybe. And I feel that's a slight cop-out.
Does not compute.
And if that's the case, then I hope there's going to be multiple cats in Fantastic Four movie. Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. I hope this footage comes out fine when I do the setting or the color grading, because right now it's looking very dull. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have been your one and only multipotentialite, neurodivergent host,
the Cosmic Jedi, signing out. Thank you for watching.